Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. In this video we are going to do a reading inspired by the full moon, and it's currently on, like the full moon is currently on, it's shining so bright. What does spirit need to tell us today about this full moon? Okay, for the collective, what do we need to know? Oh, temperance. It's so funny that we also have a moon here. Okay, and it feels like healing is taking place. It's like a full circle. It's like we have gone through all the phases of the moon. We've gone through all the phases, and we've come to a point where it's like full circle where we can integrate our shadow self and our bright self and our high self. Okay, because sometimes it feels like we're always running from the shadow. We don't want to do the shadow work. It's hectic. It's like, oh, it's this terrifying thing, but the moon is here to remind us that it's not always that bad. Okay, we can always find some sort of balance between our shadow self and our higher self. Okay, so the temperance is coming in very strong with that kind of message. It's like, yeah. Oh, sorry. And then we have the tower. It's like spirit is telling us to not be so afraid of the changes. Okay, don't be so afraid of the changes. Don't choose to work through the shadow. Choose to integrate the shadow. That's literally what I'm getting. Choose to integrate the shadow. Maybe this is your sign to pick up shadow work. Okay? Don't be so afraid of the shadow. It's change, okay? It's change. The shadow is the change. When you do shadow work, it's like you're changing, you're healing. Okay, my friend? Oh, this is so interesting. Oh, this is so interesting. The moon energy is coming in to reveal everything that has been suppressed. The moon energy comes in to shake up things. Okay? I feel like this is what the full moon is doing. The full moon is shaking up things because we have the Eight of Swords, the Tower. It's like everything that you've been putting down, like you've been um, bottling it up, you've been restricting yourself. The moon is here to shake things up. And it's like a reminder to you, because you have the temperance, like it's a reminder to you that it's not doing this so that, to make your life hard or to make your life unbearable. No, it's not like a punishment. It's here to make you find balance from the shadow and the light side. Literally, you can see, okay, so that you can be grounded. You can have one foot in and one foot out. I don't know if that makes sense, to be honest. I don't know if I make sense. I don't know if I make sense. Okay. Because the energy here is very strong, my loves. The energy here is very strong. It's like literally the Hierophant, Five of Cups, the Magician. It's like a spiritual awakening. You're being guided to see this as a spiritual growth, okay? Because you've been focusing so much on the lost things. For some people, I'm getting that they have not even had the opportunity to really experience their own emotions, their own hurt, their own pain, their own betrayal. They haven't really processed them. And Spirit wants to take this moment to amplify that, okay? That amplify that. Make sure that you know that this next chapter, you can't move into this new year with this type of energy. It's like Spirit, like, no, okay? We need you to be more balanced. We need you to be vibrating in your higher self. And every time I usually talk about the higher self, it's like, oh, when you're in your higher self, you manifest things easily, you're more stable, nothing is vexing you and stuff like that. But no, it's like when you're in your higher self, you are able to find balance in the bad, and you're able to find even more balance in the good. It's like you're being grateful for the bad. When the bad happens, you're grateful. It doesn't take a toll on you, it doesn't throw you off. You have that grounding. Okay. When you have the good, it's like, oh, I'm even more grateful. I don't know if that makes sense, because it feels like you have been suppressing your emotions, my love. It feels like you've been suppressing your emotions. Really, it's like you've bottled it up, and you don't want to say, you don't want to tell anybody, or you don't want to deal with them. And the new moon, it's like, nope, we have to deal with it. We have to deal with it, okay? We have to deal with it. Enough of you feeling like you have to control every outcome. Enough of you feeling like you have to control your emotions. Okay, it's good to control your emotions, don't get me wrong, but it's like control to the point where you are numbing yourself. Okay, it's like you're trying to control how everything is, and spirit is like, that's not the energy that you're supposed to go in. And that's why we have the tower. It's coming in to change, it's coming in to break stuff. Okay, making you uncomfortable, making you uncomfortable enough to break, making you uncomfortable enough to feel. Okay, to feel it instead of bottling it up, instead of carrying it. Oh, it's like you're hoarding these emotions. And one thing about hoarding things, it's like you're drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. No, you're the one who's going to be affected. And it's so crazy because we have the temperance and the hierophant. These are two powerful energies. They're like for balance and finding a spiritual background. Okay, or I don't say background, like a backbone, something to lean to, something to lean, yeah, something to lean to when things go hard. And this is like, you need to go back to that. You need to go back to self. And that's why the moon is here. It's like you need to go back to self. You need to be there for yourself. You need to be able to integrate these emotions, to process these emotions instead of harboring them. Okay, my loves, go to Sufi. Crazy, because we still have the tower coming in strong. Okay, so this weekend is gonna be a long one, my friends. This weekend is gonna be a long one. You're gonna be feeling a lot of things. Okay, people are gonna trigger you. Your emotions are gonna be high, and spirit is like, you need to ground yourself and know that this is like a spiritual test. Okay, Four of Coins, Daughter of Swords. Okay, Spirit is like whatever you've been holding on, and it's so crazy because we these cards are like clarifiers because they all give up the same energy. Eight of Swords, Four of Coins. It's like you are holding, like trying to protect yourself. It's like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. Okay, please don't tell me. Don't tell. We're not talking about that. That's the energy that I'm getting. It's like we don't talk about that. Okay, don't talk about that right now. I don't want to do that. Okay, and spirit's like, you need to cut through that. You need to cut through that. Okay, cut through that. Cut through the mental noise. Cut through the layers that you've been trying to protect yourself. Cut through that. Gain some sort of clarity. Spirit is asking you to move with clarity here. Okay, this new moon is going to trigger a lot of things. Okay, and spirit wants you to be more balanced. Nine of Coins, be more balanced. Appreciate if it's there, appreciate if it's not there. That's literally what I'm getting. Okay, make room. It's like, yeah, like make room for more, make room for more blessings, for you to receive more blessings. You can't make room for more blessings when you're in this energy, when you're holding, when you're trying to, you know, it's like surviving. You're like in a survival mode. You can't really express your emotions. You can't. It's like, oh, I'm like holding onto this. I don't know. I don't feel it, and it makes sense. It's like you're trying to protect it, you're feeling guarded. It's like I can't really be vulnerable. And spirit's like, you have to make way for more blessings. If you want more blessings, you have to make way. And how can you make way? By the tower. by going and doing the work. Okay, you want to be more calmer, you have to do the work. Okay, ask yourself, like, why am I so triggered? Why is this situation triggering me? Why am I feeling this way? As somebody talking to you rudely, why am I feeling this way? What is it in me that got triggered? That's how we start shadow work. Okay, why am I being afraid to cry? Why am I being afraid to open up? Why am I being afraid to let down my guard? Why? Okay, I say I want this. I say I want more abundance. I want to be more calm. I want to be more giving. I want to hold space for others. But you can't hold space for others when you are still in this mode of survival. Okay, my friend, and that's why we started with the temperance. Like, we need to find balance. We need to find balance with our shadow self and our higher self. We need to be there. We need to be able to integrate the lessons that we've learned from our shadow self, because our unhealed version teach us what we need to, learn, what we need to do to grow, okay, in order for us to move into our higher self. It's like just finding balance, knowing that you are an imperfect human being. Okay, nobody is expecting you to be perfect, the magician. Nobody is expecting you to get things right. No, spirit is like, it's not about perfection, it's more about balance, it's more about having that sense of self, okay? Being okay when things don't go your way, being okay when things go your way. I don't know if that makes sense. Being happy when you have, being not, being happy when you don't have. I want to say don't be happy, but yeah, you get me, okay? So, my collective, this is a very short and sweet, very inspired by the moon, and I really hope you got something. Whoop, I shaked you. I really hope you got something. Till next time, my loves.